Salete Discipuli, welcome to fourth marking period. I hope you had a great long weekend. I want to give you a little tour very quickly of what our Schoology classroom is going to look like for fourth marking period. You should notice this page right here where I've listed my virtual office hour. I have made a slight change to the virtual office hour. And the change is that I will not be having a 2:30 to 3:30 open office hour every day. I find that time, not a lot of people were asking to come online, and there are also a number of other staff meetings I need to attend during that time. Our Latin 2 virtual office hour still is scheduled for Monday and Wednesday from 10:15 to 11:15. And that is going to be sort of the same kind of thing that it has been since we started this online adventure. You can come online and we can use that time to socialize, to play a game, to ask questions. And the questions can be about the material that we're learning. The questions can be about what's happening with school. They can run the gamut from anything at all. Probably these will last anywhere from a half hour to maybe 40 minutes, but probably not the full hour. If you are the only person who shows up for a virtual office hour, you and I will have to close the virtual office hour and speak to each other via email. My open office hours are every Friday from 9 to 10, and then basically from 9 until 12:30. So that means that for that span of about 3.5 hours, I will be online every Friday, and you can either pop in and talk to me virtually, or you can send an email to me, and I will get back to you immediately. If I am not online with students, those 3 hours, those 3.5 hours from 9 to 12:30 are when I will be able to answer emails immediately. So what are we going to do and where are we going to find our materials for fourth marking period? This green folder called Planned Instruction, otherwise known as fourth marking period, is where you're going to find your materials for fourth marking period. Our first unit is here and ready for you to go. It opens tomorrow, Tuesday, April 14th, and it's going to run until April 24th. If you open this folder, what you're going to see inside of it are a series of other folders, each with a specific day on it. And the days are very general, just numbered in chronological order. Day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on. And the reason I did that instead of dates is just in case some of you can't make it online every day, you can keep track of which day you're working on. I'm on day 1, now I'm on day 2. And the idea is that by the 24th, you want to have all 10 folders that are in here completed by that time. I have the completion rules set up in Schoology so that you won't actually be allowed to skip around in the folders. You will have to start at the day 1 folder, and day 2 folder will not open until you've completed everything in the day 1 folder. What's in a folder? Every folder is constructed in pretty much the same way. You get some notes or a lesson. There might be an opportunity to study something using Quizlet flashcards, and then there's usually some kind of quiz or activity for you to do. And this is how you will earn your grades for the marking period. Notice that each activity also has a specific number of minutes that goes with it. So you can see that this should take me approximately this amount of time. There are some occasions, like with the flashcards and the quizzes, where it may take you a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. I doubt that it would take you more. But the bottom line is that you'll not be working for this class more than about 20 minutes every day, unless you decide that you want to complete 2 days of work in 1 day. Inside the folders all the items must be approached chronologically, so you can't skip around. I don't want you to try to do the quiz first and then go back and do the other things. You actually have to complete the notes, then you have to, before the study and become familiar with the forms of Hikkaikai opens, and the quiz doesn't open until after you have done what you're supposed to do here. So everything is built upon the item that comes before it. You can't get to it until you complete it in the way that I have stated. If you find that confusing or you run into any trouble with it, please let me know. And then also on each day, I will be posting a video in here on this page which says start here every time you are online. Those are your daily announcements, and so I'll give you sort of an overview, just like I do in the classroom at the beginning of the class period, give you an overview of what I'm expecting you to do during that class period, and then you're just going to go and do. I strongly encourage you to FaceTime each other or work on Google Docs and help each other work through the material. I'm completely okay with that. I do, however, need you to complete all the activities in your on your screen in Schoology, because that's how you specifically are going to be earning your grades. So you need to do that for me. So yeah, that's it. That's how it's going to work. And I'm going to try to build it like this so it'll be the same. Every day when you approach it, it will look the same. When we get to Monday, which would be April 27th, there'll be a new folder. It will say planned instruction, aka fourth marking period, Monday, April 27th through, and then it'll be whatever date that goes through. So it will always look the same. So that's how we're going to be operating from now until June 4th. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday during our virtual class time. Wale, so long.